In this video, we're going to find the intersection point between a line and x, y, z coordinate planes. So the intersection between a line and plane. So remember, we have three types of line, which is the first form is a parametric form, symmetric form, and the last one is the vector form. So from the three types of equation, we want to look at the intersection with the x, y, z coordinate plane. So let's look at this example. Given the line in space x, y, and z. So if you remember, this one is a parametrics. This one is known as the parametrics equation. So here is the parametric equation. Find the intersection point between L1, which is the given parametric equation, with the xy plane. So if xy plane means that z is equals to 0. Again, if xy plane means that z is equals to 0. So in this case, our z is 6. So given z is equals to 6 minus 3t. So since z is 0, so 0 is equals to 6 minus 3t. If I move 3t, negative 3t to the left hand side, 3t is equals to 6. T will be equals to 2. So from the value of t, we can substitute into the x and y. So x is equals to negative 1 plus t. Since our t is 2, so negative 1 plus 2. So our x is equals to positive 1. Whereas our y is equals to negative 5 plus 2t. Again, our value of t is 2. So means that negative 5 plus 2 times 2. So negative 5 plus 4. Here we should get negative 1. Therefore, the intersection point is equals to x is positive 1, y is negative 1. Remember, our z is 0. So z is 0. So this is z, not 2. So because some of students will write z is equals to 2, not 2. Z is 0. T is 2, but not z. Z is 0 because at xy plane, z is equals to 0. So this is our intersection point. So ingat So ini adalah x1, y negatif 1, z kita kosong. Sebab ada pelajar kata z2. Z kita bukan 2 T kita 2. Bukan z. T is 2. Z actually is 0. So this is our intersection point. Again, this one is known as parametric equation. So if you look at exercise 4, given the line in space L1, this one again we call as the symmetric equation. Find the intersection point between L1, which is this line, first with the xy plane. Xy plane means that against z is equals to 0. If xz plane, jika xz plane, maka y sama dengan kosong. Yang tak ada kat sini lah. Yz plane maksudnya x sama dengan kosong. So here is x, y, and z. So how we going to find? Let's start with the xy plane. So kita mula dengan xy plane dulu. For xy plane, so in this case, z is equals to 0. So from our equation, negative x minus 1 over negative 1 is equals to y plus 5 over 2 is equals to, kali ini z kita kosong. So our z is 0. So here is 0 minus 6 over negative 3. So if I try to simplify, here is negative x minus 1 over negative 1 is equals to y plus 5 over 2. 0 minus 6 is negative 6 over negative 3. Jika saya ringkaskan, negatif 6 bahagi dengan negatif 3 is positive 2. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2. So, negative x minus 1 over negative 1 is equals to y plus 5 over 2 is equals to positive 2. So, in this case, pecahan yang pertama sama dengan 2. Yang belakang ni pun sama dengan 2. So, means that negative x minus 1 over negative 1 is equals to 2. And another one is y plus 5 over 2 is equals to 2. Dua-dua sama dengan 2. So, negative 1 times 2. I just multiply this one to the right hand side. I get negative x minus 1 is equals to negative 2. Negative x is equals to negative 2 plus 1. So, negative x is equals to negative 1. X is equals to positive 1. Whereas in this question, for the variables of y, I get y plus 5 is equals to 4. Y is equals to 4 minus 5. Y is equals to negative 1. Against, therefore, the intersection point. For the first case, which is the xy plane, is equals to 1, negative 1, and z is equals to 0. This is the xy plane. The same thing go to yxz plane. Let's say, change to this one. Next question, xz plane. For xz plane, y is equals to 0. So from here, negative x minus y, and when I minus 1 is over negative 1 is equals to y is 0. 0 plus 5 over 2 is equals to z minus 6 over negative 3. So from here, negative x minus 1 over negative 1 is equals to 5 over 2 is equals to z minus 6 over negative 3. Please don't simplify this part. Jangan pergi ringkaskan. Samakan dia saja. Means that negative x minus 1 over negative 1 is equals to 5 over 2. Satu lagi, 5 over 2 is equals to z minus 6 over negative 3. So this one you can multiply. This one yang kita panggil darab bersilang. So from here, I should get 2 times negative x minus 1 is equals to 5 times negative 1, negative 5. So here is negative 2x minus 2 is equals to negative 5. Negative 2x is equals to negative 5 plus 2. Negative 2 pindah ke sana jadi positive 2. So negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. X is equals to negative 3 over negative 2. X is equals to 3 over 2. Same as this one. Negative 15 is equals to 2 times z minus 6. Put a bracket here. Negative 15 is equals to 2z minus 12. So 2z is equals to negative 15 plus 12 is negative 3. Z is equals to negative 3 over 2. Therefore, against our intersection point, for the xz plane, where our y is 0, kita punya y kosong. So, 3 over 2, 0, and negative 3 over 2. State kita. Last one. Let's say I use this color. Last one is YZ plane. For YZ plane, X is equals to 0. So smaller than thickness. Okay, right. So X is 0. So again, from this equation, dapat persamaan ni X kita kosong. Means that negative 0 minus 1 over negative 1 is equals to Y plus 5 over 2 is equals to Z minus 6 over negative 3. So negative 0 is negative. Negative 1 over negative 1 is positive 1. Is equals to Y plus 5 over 2 is equals to Z minus 6 over negative 3. So pecahkan. Y plus 5 over 2 is 1. And then another one is Z minus 6 over negative 3 is equals to 1. From here, Y plus Z is equals to positive 2. Y is equals to negative 3. Whereas Z minus 6 is equals to negative 3. Z is equals to positive 3. Oleh itu, our intersection point. So please remember, for the YZ plane, X is 0. Maksud X kita kosong, 0. And then Y is negative 3, Z is positive 3. So this is the intersection point. So for the intersection point between a line and a plane, untuk yang cari yang ni, kena ingatlah. If the question asks for the intersection between XY plane, then you need to know Z is 0. If is XZ plane, then Y is equals to 0. Finally, if YZ plane, then X is equals to 0. So substitute into the equation, and then you should get your answer. You should get the point, intersection point.